Gilgaboo, Gilgaboo, Gilgaboo.
Gilgaboo the jarrow, as faljarrow, gus Goll as Gaccan.
Manx Radio Weather with Manx Glass and Glazing.
And we'll have the weather in Gaelg to start with. Be a bodulach the lua fast dew, och higge the vein is smoo grianach san as to beg. Be a chirrum son could smoo, och fuddy the jig frassen inadach rish. Gia fes as kechliach as temperele smoo, hawk Celsius jeg. Be a chirrum as gial merach, lesh gia nya minach son could smoo, as an temperele smoo nai jeg na feed Celsius. En riet, bodulach och chirmson chud smoo jamurt, as eis to gau smoo on the jig flia fod na hi. Be gia nya mianach na bio on, leis an temperele smoo feed Celsius. Eri na grenia onvan a jeg log she merach, as lai na grenia, hawk minute as feed, rush nai dew. And we'll say fast am I to David Kenler, who's going to give us the weather in Burl.
Fast am I. Rather cloudily as usual, but it's getting sunnier now, and it's going to be mainly dry, but there's maybe some localised showers possible, but it doesn't look like it at the moment. Light and variable winds, top temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. Now tomorrow it's going to be dry and sunny, and mainly moderate easterly winds, the top temperature hitting a whopping 19 to 20 degrees Celsius. And the outlook, generally cloudy, mainly dry on Tuesday, and then a risk of rain overnight. Sunrise tomorrow morning is at 11 minutes past 6, and sunset tonight, 8:32. It's closing in.
Closing in, it is.
9 weeks before the clocks go back. 9 weeks, the rabbits won't be happy with that.
Manx Glass and Glazing are proud to be celebrating 40 years serving the Isle of Man's glazing needs. Visit the showroom on the Snugborough Trading Estate. Galas Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
A new time, the mammals are your favorite time. Running water tonight. Heartbeat, increasing heartbeat. You hear the thunder stampeding rhinos, elephants and turkey tigers. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. I'll go tell me who's gonna leave. Flying, domestic flying, and when the world is asleep.
a blast from the past.
That was awesome. The production is just, what a composition.
It is great. Yeah,
Absolutely marvellous. They really were quite a striking duet to look at on top of the pops when you're, I don't know what year, what came out that? Mid-70s?
It'll be the 70s, certainly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mid-70s.
Yeah. No, I seem to remember that might have been the first 45 record I ever bought.
I bet you played that quite a lot.
I think I did.
Were you told to turn it down as well?
I think I was.
And by the time you'd worn your record out, you'd had to put a penny or a tuppence on your stylus to keep the jumps down, wouldn't you?
And what's this old rubbish you're listening to? Yes.
I think I'll tackle that on the dulcimer. That'll be a challenge.
Well, it would be a great challenge to have anyway.
Indeed.
So you're not out watching the races then?
I'm not even too sure what races are on today. I've lost track.
Well, neither am I have to say. But
is there a race on right now? I know it's coming down Richmond Hill. The course is shut, it says.
Yeah, I think there might be. I was listening to the one as I was coming in to the studio. So that was Michael Dunlop doing what Michael Dunlop does best and winning. But I don't know. I think there's another race.
Or crashing into dry stone walls coming up from the calf. That was another good one, wasn't it?
Well, yes.
Without a helmet, I believe.
And text us in 166177 if you're aware of what's going on with the races.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure what it was because I haven't got AM on the my
right.
In my van there, so I wasn't too sure what was going on at all today. But there we go.
So what is going on today?
What is going on? Well, apart from I forgot my glasses and I got dreadful indigestion from that homemade pie that I made. But apart from that, let's get on with the competition.
And there's a slice of pie just sitting there waiting, is there?
It might have been just a bit too much for both of us, really.
Well, this pie is too big
for
the both of us. Fair enough.
So let's get on with the ornithological question of the day, the Manx ornithological question. Now, I'm going to need a bit of help here. And so we've still got a rollover, haven't we? Because no one collected their prizes.
They haven't.
You know what? I'm going to put in a jar of honey on top of this.
Right.
And what have we already got? We've got the mixed berries.
Yes, the pickled beetroot.
It's getting better.
It is.
Now we're putting in some Manx honey on top of this as well.
So text in 166177 or studio@manxradio.com. Might even have the WhatsApp working today. Yes, I think. Yes, that's it. I see it.
There we go. Yeah. Right, I'm going to need a bit of a hand here, Philly, about the translation. So, if the bird is, how would you pronounce this bird? Juan
Teayst.
Teayst.
Yeah.
There you go, Juan Teayst.
And that's...
Who is Juan Teayst? What is that bird? If you know, 166 177.
It means Juan, of course, John, Juan is Juan, isn't it? And Teayst is doe. So, yeah.
We also have John Doe, yeah.
Well, there you are.
So, who is this bird? And you could win 3 jars or something.
3 jars?
Really yummy.
It just gets better and better, this
absolutely.
programme.
As I say, if it keeps on going, when it gets to Melia season.
You can win all sorts of wonderful prizes on Radio Manx, can't you?
Indeed, yeah. I mean, we haven't even started on the mugs and pens yet, have we?
Well, no.
We need to ransack downstairs before we...
Well, there's a couple of mugs here anyway. Right, where are we going next? One of my... unseasonable, Shiu do Orly and... Hunt the Wren or Shelgan Drain, but still pretty blooming good regardless of whether it's a little early in the year.
Watch it, share it, talk about it. Manx Radio on Instagram. Guller's Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
I was a boy in Rosien and became aware of differences between the history I read in books and the oral accounts I heard around me. I have been very skeptical of what might be called received history. The million people, for instance, who died in Ireland in the 19th century, the million more who had to emigrate, the thousands of families forced from their homes in the Highlands and Islands. Why was all that? Famine? Overpopulation? Improvement? The Industrial Revolution? Expansion overseas? You see, not many of these people understood such words. They knew only Gaelic. But we know now another set of words: clearance, empire, profit, exploitation. And today we live with the bitter legacy of that kind of history. Our Gaelic language is threatened with extinction. Our way of life besieged by the portals of international big business. Our country is beggared by bad communication. Our culture is vitiated by the sentimentality of those who have gone away. We have, I think, a deep sense of generation and community, but this has in so many ways been broken. We have a history of resistance, but now mainly in the songs we sing. Our children are bred for emigration, 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 emigration.
Guller's Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
Banturi te kulu tiya പിള്ളയോ രാമനാമമാനേ രാമനാമമാനേ വരഖഡ്ഗമീവി രാമനാമമാനേ വരഖഡ്ഗമീവി രാജില്ലുനയ്യ త్యాగరాజు నీకే రామనామమానె వరఖడ్గమీవి రాజిల్లునయ్య త్యాగరాజు నీకే బంటు రీతి కొలువు ప్రియవయ్య రామ బంటు రీతి కొలువు ప్రియవయ్య రామ రామ రామ
Well, we like that.
Mesmeric.
Yeah.
Hypnotic, even.
Sign Davi with Banturithi Kaluvu, and I probably haven't pronounced that in the very best Urdu accent. But Sign Davi, according to Wikipedia, is an Indian Carnatic vocalist and playback singer. She's been performing since the age of 12. Some of Sandavi's Tamil film songs are listed on the Wikipedia website, and maybe we'll have a look at those at another time.
Karnataka and Tamil. Yeah. Okay.
But there we are. So that was Sandavi, and then before the ads we had Nightworks with Sola. And Sola, the Sola in question is Sorley MacLeod, who was a great Gaelic poet. But in that particular track, you heard him reading a bit of English. So, yeah.
Mighty.
Well, I
Beautiful.
thought so. I enjoyed it.
Indeed, yes.
Right.
So.
Well, before you launch in, Robert, normally I leave Robert's translations to the very end because it takes me a little while. But on this occasion, I'm going to jump in early. Now, the only reason I'm slightly hesitant is because of election rules, because the question that he's asked is, Peter Carron has found his surfboard again to tackle the inequality of the serfdom agenda. He's standing. So what's that in Gaelg? Well, why I'm hesitant is election rules require me to say that not only is Peter Carron standing, but Rob Collister is standing, Gabriella Corkish, Julie Edge, Rachel Glover and Oliver Lockwood. They're all standing in Onken. But the translation that Robert was asking for is Tapetha Carron en Yethan Claire Ton Richt Son Cur Lau Rish a Claire Dersness Tain a Chiadu. So Tapetha Carron en Yethan a Claire Ton, Peter Carron, other candidates are available, has got his Claire Ton, his I think that's literally sort of a wave plate, which is interesting.
Interesting indeed.
And then Richt again. Son Cur Lau Rish a Claire Dersness. For Cur Laurish is a way of getting a grip of or tackling. So Son Cur Laurish a Claire Dersness. A Claire Dersness. So Claire is an agenda. Dersness is serfdom. Te Shiadu or Te na Shiadu, he is standing. So there we are. So Robert, I hope that that was what you were hoping for.
Well, wave plate is marvellous
yes,
terminology.
I like the idea of a wave. I think a big wave plate is probably what I could do with. Mind you, there's not much waves out there at the moment, apart from the wake of the big boat that's just.
There's some action going on here, I must say.
Is.
There's big boats in the bay all over the place. Yeah. They got a little small tender on the on the cruise ship as well. It reminds me of that little yellow Thunderbird one. I can't remember which number it was. Do you remember which one the yellow one was?
I do. Yes. No. Well, text in 166 177. You've probably
Help
got
us out.
more chance of winning the jam and the pickled beetroot if you can tell us what the Thunderbird ship.
The yellow
was
one.
called. The yellow one. Aye. And fair boy, the yellow fella. Yes.
Marvellous. Well, I was just looking at the time. It's about 3 minutes to go for the last game of the Premier League. No one's really that interested in football, are they? Only a little bit, though.
The first game, the last one.
It was the last game of the weekend. That's what I meant.
Weekend.
Yeah,
Right,
but of course, next Saturday it's the start of the Isle of Man football season, which I'm looking forward to because I do like a Saturday afternoon down at Rushen United. I'm a bit of a Rushen United fan, and my son plays for them as well.
Oh.
But so all the big excitement will be coming up to December. And who's in the top 4 for the Railway Cup, which, interestingly enough, is a bigger trophy than the Champions League trophy. Literally.
Bigger in all aspects in
It's
terms
not
of prize
quite
money.
as tall as the Premier League one, but it is. I think it's in the top 5 of big trophies in Europe, and it's the biggest of the lot around here. Yeah. So look forward to that. I really hope. Good luck to all the teams anyway, and let's hope that Rushen run away with it on Boxing Day.
And while we're on the subject, this is. I should probably play. I should probably play the what's the word? What's the mine is not. Mine hasn't caught up today for whatever reason. Yes, this is what I should play. This fella here. No, that's the wrong. I really am not.
Maybe I should
This
throw
is
in.
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Saying it like that.
I'll start that again. Here we go. Here.
And I'm sure I heard them saying it like that.
And that's nonsense. Never heard it like that at all.
Well, this'll have to be one of those for Kane's place names campaign, don't you think?
I do think, and this is one that every time it's mentioned, I feel embarrassed because I gave them the translation. They asked me, what's the Manx for Russian house? So I said, well, it's Thai Russian, obviously.
Obviously.
And it's spelt Thie, which is Thai, and then Rosein, which is Russian.
Indeed.
Obviously. What else could it be? Russian.
Obviously. I just have to mention the football disclaimer, much like you just did with the politics, that even though I am a Rushen United guy, there are other teams available in the Premier League, by the way.
There are, yes.
There are.
Yes, but there aren't rules in quite the way as there are around elections. But yes, and the way, well, everyone seems to, anyone who's not a Manx speaker seems to get that very, very badly wrong. But it is Rosien. Rosien. And while we're in the Rosien area, so Thai Russian, basically think Thai Russian. That's what it is. It's just the peculiar spelling. I should have just spelt it Rushen and not gone for the correct Manx or spelling, and it's probably not correct now anyway because they'll have revised it by now.
Indeed.
But the other one, and it grigs me again. Now, this wasn't one of mine, a translation I put on, but Ballakilya. The amount of people that get that wrong.
I know.
And Manx people too, and you think, come on, Ballakilya, you must be able to get Ballakilya.
Surely.
I mean, you must know of the surname Kilya. Anyway, but they still seem to manage to get it wrong.
Here we go. Our gripes.
Yes. So those are a couple of place name campaigns for you. Anything else you wanted to tell me about without me getting this nervous twitch that I get every time anyone mentions Russian?
I better get my dulcimer out just in case there's any more silence around here.
Well,
is it time for the weather?
Not quite.
Okay.
Well, actually, it probably is, isn't it? Go on. We'll have the weather. Yes. Let's see. Can I, in the wonders of science, if I can find where the mouse is? There it is. And we stick that up there, and then we play this. And that is our signal. Almost seamlessly, our signal for the weather in Manx and English. And we'll start with it in English.
It's going to be remaining dry, maybe the odd shower, but the winds are very light, and most importantly, what is tomorrow like? Generally cloudy and mainly dry, and on Tuesday as well. And then during the middle of the week, it starts getting a bit wet and windy, and that's why they've brought the MGP forward. So latter half of the week, not so good. Monday and Tuesday, mighty.
Well, be a bodgelach the you fast due, okay, get the vein of smooth greenax and aster beg. As be a chirm son could smooth och folly the jig frassen in a dacrish. Be a chirm as gial merach as bodgelach och chirm son could smooth gemert as esh to go smooth on the jig flia for nay. And that's also our cue for a Manx track, and the Manx track is from Barul, and it is Fer Hamag Yuch.
Galas Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
Quina dan your duke to town, it does an alien. Quina dan your duke to jail, a week to yield. Quina dan your duke to town, it does an alien. Quina dan your duke to jail, a week to yield. She chan and nod and cheer, I had some nothing yet. Stow a Lauren birch, as na heart could see. She chan and nod and cheer, I had some nothing yet. Stow a Lauren birch, as na heart could see. Quina dan your duke to row the high and oxen. Quina dan your duke to jail, a week to yield. Quina dan your duke to row the high and oxen. Quina dan your duke to jail, a week to yield. She nudged inside for goose, I had some nothing yet. Cause the Melatown spoke the man in me. She nudged inside for goose, I had some nothing yet. Cause the Melatown spoke the man in me. Quina dan your duke to Grimmocken and Dalu. Quina dan your duke to jail, which to yield. Quina dan your duke to Grimmocken and Dalu. Quina dan your duke to jail, which to yield. She's tired and cheer, I had seen nothing yet. Struggle tired more than a man in need. She's tired and cheer, I had seen nothing yet. Struggle tired more than a man in need. Quina dan your duke to Castletown Bannon. Quina dan your duke to jail, which to yield. Quina dan your duke to Castletown Bannon. Quina dan your duke to jail, which to yield. She royalty and lie, I had seen nothing yet. Lie like the birch of majority. She royalty and lie, I had seen nothing yet. Lie like the birch of majority. Quina dan your duke to Gaccan and Realtors. Quina dan your duke to jail, which to yield. Quina dan your duke to Gaccan and Realtors. Quina dan your duke to jail, which to yield. She made any and a sure had some nothing yet. But I saw a cheer for the man in me. She made any and a sure had some nothing yet. But I saw a cheer for the man in me. Quina dan your box to pour a drink of virtue. Quina dan your box to call culturous cheer. Quina dan your box to pour a drink of virtue. Quina dan your box to call culturous cheer. She tea a Cajun vine and has and nothing lit. Deborah Jackson brew like the Jolly Sea. She tea a Cajun vine and has and nothing lit. Deborah Jackson brew like the Jolly Sea.
And that was Fer Hamagyuch, the greedy fella. Well, he's more than a greedy fella. He's a greedy fella from under a bush. And a fella from under a bush tended not to have a father. So if you can imagine what that might be.
By golly gock.
That's what that one was. Yes, so that was Barul, and I probably should have warned you that was a bit of a one for a bit of a jig, because sure enough it was.
It's a spicy one, that.
Well, news just in from the WhatsApp. I told you we had the WhatsApp working. Jules from Laxey, you know the Thunderbird question.
Here we go.
The little yellow Thunderbird, apparently it was Thunderbird 4.
There we go.
So
Thank you very much.
Guramiad Jules from Laxey, Thunderbird Care. And then we had another text in which says, hope you enjoyed your days racing at the Gooseneck and Mountain in perfect condition. So I'm guessing that's not for Guller's Gag, and that's for Radio TT. And then there's another one in here, well, two. Rob M and Pat B both correctly identify the winning answer
Wonderful.
to the question, which is...
Who is Juan Teayst?
Teayst.
Juan Teayst. Or John Doe. What bird is that? Ornithological question of the day for our Manx listeners and for everyone else around the world, globally on DAB and all that. But so we've got two correct answers. They're in the hat for the draw at the end. We'll keep this competition open.
Exactly. Anyone wants to give us the answer to that, 166177, and you will win pickled beetroot, a jar of honey and some amazing health-filled mixed summer berry fruit
Which
jam.
is the elixir of life.
It
Believe
is.
me,
I mean,
it's gorgeous.
Yes. I literally would be lying on the floor taking my last gasp if I hadn't have had a bit of toast with some of that jam on for me. Well, it wasn't breakfast, it was dinner time, because I went out, I was digging spuds this morning. So I went straight out, because the trouble with digging spuds when you're doing it with a grep is there's lots of bending involved. So
It's heavy on the back.
If you have a bit of breakfast beforehand, it's heavy on the stomach too. So
Well, good job he didn't have any of my sausage and bacon pie, that's for sure.
Oh, well. And Pronig as bagoon, that would be pie, Pronig as bagoon. Pronig is a little stuffed thing. So that's the sausage, Pronig, and bagoon is bacon. So, yeah.
Lovely. How are your spuds looking, by the way?
They're looking lovely. They really are. I mean,
are you lifting them now?
Yeah. Well, with the kind of the dry spell, and I didn't want to put the sprinkler on too much. The tops kind of died back a little bit earlier than I would have expected. So they've been died back now probably about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I'll lift them before because the blooming pheasants, they go in and pick at them, and the slugs will get in them, and so they're looking lovely, really good. Excellent. Yeah.
Do you know where all the seed potatoes in the world are stored? Every single variety. Do you know where that is?
No.
Spitsbergen.
Right.
Oh, there you go.
I thought there was a joke coming there.
It's true. It's part of the seed bank up in Spitsbergen, which is Norwegian territory up in the Arctic Circle.
Oh, right.
So everything's up there. Every single potato is of a variety of spud is kept up there, and every seed in the world that we know of as well.
Marvellous.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, and I think they've got every germ in the world up there as well.
Right.
Yeah,
well, that's
so
not
don't
quite...
get the wrong house there.
Yeah.
You'll be going in for some King Edwards to come out with Anthrax.
Well, it's time for another piece of music, so let's listen to the Fleet Foxes.
The stories everyone's talking about. Manx Radio on Facebook.
Say a single word.
And that was the Fleet Foxes with He Doesn't Know Why. Time for these fellas.
Manx Radio's What's On Guide, highlighting things to do on our island with Manx national heritage.
And when I say it's time for these boys, it's actually past time for them. Let's have a look to see what we've got. Wurlitzer Organ Concerts, Wednesday the 26th of August. So if you were over for the races and you want to have some other entertainment, 1 till 2 on Wednesday the 26th of August. And I think that, yes, that's at the Villa Arcade. Then we've got Mind Your Language. That's another wonderful thing you can go and look at. That's the Manx Language exhibition. Join us for a vibrant exhibition celebrating the beauty of the Manx language and its rich culture, presented in partnership with Culture Vannon as part of Blaine the Gaelg, and that's at Manx National Heritage, Manx Museum, Douglas, and 9:30 till 4:30. Runs all the way through till the 4th of October. And finally, the Castletown Metropolitan Silver Band is at the St Catherine's Church on Thursday the 27th of August, 7:30 till 8:30. St Catherine's Church, Port Erin. Admission free, but you have to pay to get out.
Enjoy a summer of fun with Manx National Heritage. Discover what's on at manxnationalheritage.in.
Manx Radio.
Aye, well, there we are. There's the what's-ons all done and done.
Can I throw in a couple of what's-ons?
Well, yes, you can.
A week today, Sunday the 30th in Castletown Square. There's all sorts on over on the Saturday and the Sunday, but a big shout out for the Sunday one. We've got Clash Fur at 1 p.m. on next Sunday. And then this is going to, talking about a clash, it's going to clash with Goll's Gaccan, actually, at 4 p.m. The mighty Bisky Brisht will be taken to the stage. So that's in 1 week's time, and all sorts happening in Castletown next weekend.
Well, that's marvellous. Well, next week we have Ruth, because I know Ruth has had a few days off because she's been doing a wonderful job organising all kinds of things for Goll's Gaccan. So she'll be in next Sunday with me. Yes, that'll be good. So sadly, I'll miss Bisky Brisht at 4 o'clock in the square in Castletown. Did you say
it is in the square in Castletown?
Oh.
I'll have my feet up in the deck chairs, be thinking of you.
Aye, well there you are. Right. What else are we going to do? Actually, I did say that I don't think we had time for this, but we do. So we're going to have a listen to Joan Baez.
Virgil Kane is my name, and I drove on the Danville train till so much cavalry came and tore up the tracks again. In the winter of '65, we were hungry, just barely alive. I took the train to Richmond that fell. It was a time I remember oh so well. The bells were ringing the night they drove old Dixie down, and all the people were singing. They went na 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 na. Back with my wife in Tennessee. One day she said to me, Virgil, quick, come see, there goes the Robert E. Lee. Now I don't mind, I'm chopping wood, and I don't care if the money's no good. Just take what you need and leave the rest. But they should never have taken the very best. The night they drove old Dixie down, and all the bells were ringing. The night they drove old Dixie down, and all the people were singing. They went na 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 brother before me, I'm a working man. And like my brother before me, I took a rebel stand. Well, he was just 18, proud and brave, but a Yankee laid him in his grave. I swear by the blood below my feet, you can't raise the cane back up when it's in the feed. The night they drove on Dixie down, and all the bells were ringing. The night they drove on Dixie down, and all the people were singing. They went na 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 na
Hang on. Yes, that's that was going to be the Kinks, and it will be. We'll get to them, but
What a mighty song that was.
Yes, I wanted to get to. Yes, there was supposed to be a break there. We'll work out how to make that happen shortly. But yes, that was The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down by Joan Baez, and a text in from Roberts to say. Brilliant music, which is nice.
That's nice.
It is good. It's a start, anyway.
Oh, well, we'll go downhill soon. I'll get my dulcimer out.
Yes, you're going to sing for us in the second hour.
I think I'll do. I think I'll probably do. I think I'm going to do a Woody Guthrie song.
Marvellous.
Yeah.
And we'll have Appalachian tune of the day.
We will indeed.
I mean, the listener. I don't know.
We should be going on till 8 o'clock.
I don't know how they cope with this. Well, but probably best not to ask, isn't it?
Indeed.
Yes, and what? Oh gosh, we've had emails coming in too. What's this? Oh no, that's.
It's another wrong number.
Would you please ask the commentator Ramsey for the Manx Grand Prix if he actually knows what surpassed means? Okay. I don't suppose that the person writing in will hear this, but I'll mention this to Rob Pritchard when next I see him. But I guess he probably does. But anyway, right.
We'll get the answer eventually.
Yes. So what else are we going to talk about in the minute and a half that we've got left?
Well, it's definitely autumn, isn't it? Because my lovely little chestnut tree, it's only 3 years old now, so it's only about several inches long, and this happened last year was for the first time, but it gets to this time of year and within a week it just goes completely brown from absolutely looking beautifully vibrant. It just shuts down in a week.
Yeah.
And this time last year I thought it's died.
Well, I've got...
Then a friend of mine pointed out it's autumn.
Yeah, well,
it's
it
like,
is.
Okay.
I've got about half a dozen small horse chestnut trees.
And, how tall
pots.
are they now?
Well, they're in pots.
Yeah, mine's in a pot.
And they all went brown about 3-4 weeks ago, but that was because I hadn't watered them. So I can forgive them. But yeah.
My chestnut tree comes from the it was a conker from Millentown.
Right.
Yeah. So I planted, I don't know, about 4 of them, and 2 of them came up. And of course there was a casualty because the rabbit ate one of them. And then I had to put it onto a higher ground,
little
like
beggars.
on top of the bunny box.
Yeah, little beggars.
Yeah, they actually destroyed all my pumpkins. I'm not getting any pumpkins. They had all the flowers off.
You gave me one plant, and I've got one pumpkin starting to grow now. But I should have watered it more.
They are thirsty, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
right.
I'm not looking too
good.
good.
We're going to hear from the Kinks. So let's have a listen. Or are we? No, I don't think we are. Yeah. Well, let's try. Let's see what happens.
Girl, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. See, don't ever set other side. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me.
Guller's Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee. Manx Radio Weather with Manx Glass and Glazing.
Well, we'll have the weather in Burl to start with David Kinler.
It's going to remain dry for the rest of the evening. There is a chance of a shower, but it doesn't look it at the moment. And variable winds, but it's going to be a pleasant evening. Dry and sunny tomorrow, and mainly easterly, moderate easterly winds, and a highs of 19 to 20. And Tuesday's another good day as well. And then it's starting to freshen up on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So there we go.
Well, be bodulach the lua fasta due, okay, the vein a smooth greenax and asta beg. Be a chirrum son good smoo, och foddy the jig frassen in the dagrish. Gia fers as kechliach, as temperele smoo hawk Celsius jeg be a chirrum as greenach merach, leis gia nya meenach son good smoo, as temperele smoo nai jeg na feed Celsius. And rate, bodulach och chirrum son good smoo jamert, as esh to gau smoo on the jig flia fod na he. Be gia nya meenach na bio on, leis an temperele smoo feed Celsius. Irina grenia on van a jeg log she merach, as line a grenia, hawk minutes feed, rush nai dew.
Aluminium windows and lift and slide patio doors now available for you to try in the Manx Glass and Glazing showroom on the Snugborough Trading Estate. Guller's Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee. Fast facts, real voices, zero fluff. Manx Radio on TikTok.
exhausted.
My golly cock.
Yes, the mighty...
You did well with the quo, considering your back's aching with the spud,
Well,
sir.
yes.
Well done. That loosened it up.
Kind of get down with that. Well,
Can't
see
get
what I did there.
down, deeper and down. Can't get up again.
Yes, the getting up is the problem. But there we are. Right. Let's finally get to the end of that.
I've got 2 mills to go. I've got my walking boots on. Right. And where we stopped last time, which was, I don't know when it was, probably June or something like that, wasn't it? But we stopped at the weir, just up above the Pulson Park there. So everyone knows the weir. And it's particularly man-made drop, this is. And if you look across the river, you'll see the sluice that is still there. And the sluice is for the leat, which will fill the race. And of course, the leat is, the race is what we call a mill pond. But the leat that goes to the mill pond, the race, is it must be a mile long. It is a marvellous piece of engineering. It really is, because it's got to fall on a particular gradient, so it's not too fast, it's not too slow, etc. So you can just open up the river at any sort of height of what the river is, even when it's really dry, and fill up your race. And the race, when you get down to the Golden Meadow Mill, which is just across the road from S&S Motors, that big mill there. So it's run parallel with Pulson Park. And what a mighty, mighty mill it is as well. It is huge. And the other one, there was 2 mills there, but they only knocked that down in about the 1980s. So it's...
I remember both.
Do you know? I don't remember. I grew up in Castletown. I don't remember the other one.
As a young boy, I used to travel to and from Poolvash Farm on the back of a tractor and trailer, and the trailer would be filled with sacks full of oats or barley.
Is it the 70s?
Yeah, it would be.
Into the 80s?
And that would be to bring the stuff to the mill for rolling, for rolled oats or crushing for meal. And yeah, we did that. Also for cleaning, I think. Did we bring some for cleaning? We certainly brought it for rolling anyway, to the mill, and that was the mill that's still standing.
Yeah.
And then the other one, as boys, because in the way of farming, there was an awful lot of standing around telling yarns going on. So while the yarns were going, we would be playing in the mill. Of course, you'd never be allowed to do such things these days, because most of what was going on in the main mill was highly dangerous.
Very much so.
But the other mill, the reason that had been pretty much closed down, I think for probably 20 or 30 years before I was going there, was because it was rotten. Inside it was pretty bad, but we'd still go in and play. And,
of course.
Yes, you could put your foot through the floorboards, but and it was only six floors, something like that. High, but still, it was great fun for boys to play in.
Well, the mill race, or the mill pond, to put it easier, it really is quite sizable. The reason for that is because they're running 2 mills off it, maybe both at the same time.
Yeah.
So the existing mill at the moment, that would have been an overshot water wheel. So the water comes in, drops in on the top, and then it goes down to the pit, and then it ran underneath the yard. So the mill that's not there anymore was an undershot mill. So that's really interesting. Marvellous pieces of engineering. And I was also reading in the archaeology, industrial archaeology, the Isle of Man book, that there was a snuff factory in that second mill.
Was there?
A snuff factory, yes.
Well, there you are.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
but that mill, I think, it's hard, because it will be, 55 years maybe ago, 50 years ago, let's be reasonable.
Yes.
50 years ago that I would last remember being in that mill. But what I remember was something that probably hadn't changed, So the only thing that were different to when it was a water-powered mill would have been a few electric motors to power things. But the basic construction of the thing and the way in which sacks were hauled up, there was a kind of a chain that you'd put on the neck of the sack, and then you'd tug on a little string, and this would go firing up through trapdoors that were made so that the sack would pull up through the middle of the trapdoors, and then the trapdoors would slam shut just in case the chain loosened and the sack fell, it would only fall one floor. It was a tremendous thing. A terrible shame that there wasn't more done to actually record it before it was converted. But
Well, on the gable of the existing mill, like on the riverside of it, there's a small building there which a lot of people probably just overlook, but it's a corn drying kiln.
Right.
It's a corn kiln, yeah.
Yeah.
And it must have been 2011 when myself and my colleagues at work, we rebuilt it because it was the gable was coming down, so we rebuilt the corn kiln. And the reason why I think it's 2011 because that was the last year there was any conservation grants available. So over that period, over a 2-year period, it went from £500,000 grants to historical buildings down to £50,000, and that was the last year in 2011. And that corn kiln it's only one of two that I actually know of, and the other one's at Kentraw, which is in a perilous state. However, not to sound critical or everything, but there isn't any conservation grants for these buildings anymore, which is an absolute travesty. It's a real crying shame. It's a disappointment.
Yes, well, we could spend a long time talking about why.
But there we go, the Golden Meadow.
We don't protect our historic buildings in the way that we perhaps should. Anyway.
Incidentally, do you know why it was called the Golden Meadow? I thought it would have been because of the beautiful swathes of barley all around the place. And apparently it's just that field right there next to the corn kiln and buttercups. That's where it got its name from.
Well, there you are.
There you go.
Gosh.
Buttercups.
So, we will now move on to two pieces of music with some adverts interspersed. Éireanta from Chasing Abbey, which is irony, and Traith the Bermo Beach from Avank.
They stay beneath the shadows. Your way of life erodes. They send you to the gallows. All that remains is your soul. And it's hard to shake, it's a deep-rooted thing. We only express it when we dance or we sing. It's like a cursed generational thing. Grace and culture, grace the dead, calling their custards. All like the dust and those who oppose the cush, even the horror. Togan changa, Togan Talavs, grace and culture, grace the dead, calling their custards. All like the dust and those who oppose the cush, even the horror. To she ear it ha. Leave the door, to she ear it ha. Leave the door, to she ear it ha. Leave the door, to she ear it ha. I know it's only a couple, guilty of all the bad deeds. Still it hits different when I see history unfold and repeat. It's hard to shake, it's a deep-rooted thing. We only express it when we dance or we sing. It's like a cursed generational thing. Toga Talavs, grace and culture, grace the dead, calling their custards. All like the dust and those who oppose the cush, even the horror. Toga Talavs, grace and culture, grace the dead, calling their custards. All like the dust and those who oppose the cush, even the horror. To she hear it ha. Leave the door, to she hear it ha. Leave the door, to she hear it ha. Leave the door, to she hear it ha.
Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
Ti'n mynd I draeth y ber mo machlyd hael yn gwylio'r greg daw ogo fach ar lan y gorwel swyn o I ti gael dod Mae'r llybrwyd treion am ei ffeithiau arwyr chwedlon i'w ei gael Sŵt y feddwl llawn dy chwelydd paid a gadael y siwr Cer I ddilyn yn lliwio law a cer I baratoi naw Cer I weld y môr o'r mawrion sy'n Cer I ddilyn yn lliwio law a cer I baratoi naw Cer I weld y môr o'r mawrion sy'n dros y byd fe geid I weld drwy lygaid newydd siwt mae eraill yn byw Ni fydd y daith yn llawn peryglon gwyliau dros dy gefn o hyd Cofiad oes na ddim dychwelyd ro ti adael y siwr Cer I ddilyn yn lliwio naw a cer I baratoi naw Cer I weld y môr o'r mawrion sy'n Cer I ddilyn yn lliwio naw a cer I baratoi naw Cer I weld y môr o'r mawrion sy'n Daw ogo fach ar lan y gorwel swyn o I ti gael dod Yn sibr o steon am ei ffeithiau arwyr chwedlon i'w ei gair O siwt y feddwl llawn dy chwelydd paid a gadael y siwr Cer I ddilyn yn lliwio naw a cer I baratoi naw Cer I weld y môr o'r mawrion sy'n Cer I ddilyn yn lliwio naw a cer I baratoi naw Cer I weld y môr o'r mawrion sy'n Cer I ddilyn yn lliwio naw a cer I baratoi naw Cer I weld y môr o'r mawrion sy'n Cer I ddilyn yn lliwio naw a cer I baratoi naw Cer I weld y môr o'r mawrion sy'n
Traeth y Bermow by Ifanc and yes, Traeth y Bermow Beach, of course. So, where are we up to then? Are we going to get to the end of these mills? Let's see.
So get my boots back up, right? I'll tie my boots back up. Right, we're at the Golden Meadow Mill. Let's head out down into Castletown. So, from the Golden Meadow Mill, the water as it leaves, it goes underneath the railway track, underneath Alexandra Drive, Alexandra Road, underneath Qualtro's Timber Yard. Pops out parallel with Hope Street and heads off down into the harbour parallel with Hope Street. We've got the Fiddler's Bridge, of course. There's a nice little niche one there coming out, and it comes out underneath the bridge in one of the stone arches there of the original bridge there. And the mill in particular is Castle Rushen. So as you go into the Castle Rushen gardens on the harbour side, if you look down to your left, where there is now a removed... There used to be a lifeboat house there. There's still photographs of it, but that's all gone now. But it's quite a steep drop, and there's a little hole. We used to crawl down there when we were kids and look down, and it goes even further down. So apparently this is part of the tidal mill. And I can't find anything about this tidal mill or how it worked, because it needs a race. Because the tide will come in, it will fill up, and then the tide will go out, and then you've still got your water there. And where this race was, I just no idea. I haven't got a clue, and I can't find any archaeological evidence or papers or theses on it at all whatsoever.
There's quite a hollow there, though, isn't there, in the ground? So whether it would be just
maybe it was above
the ground where you would have gone down to look in, was that all filled up, and there was some kind of a.
You'd think so, because the height of the tide at full tide is even on a low full tide is it's considerably higher than that area.
Yeah.
But apparently it is a tidal mill, so that's most interesting. And I've got a couple of gripes from our Manx worthies here,
and now, a couple of accurate descriptions, maybe.
Oof! This is spicing up. This is so. Because I grew up in Castletown, I'm rather fond of the place. And T.E. Brown first. T.E. Brown wasn't particularly fond of Castletown, let's say. What he didn't like about it, and of course in the latter part of the 19th century, Castletown was still quite a highfalutin sort of area. There was a lot of lawyers and etc. Even though the House of Keys had moved to Douglas, there was still the castle and the courts and the prison. So there was a bit of a high-end society going on there, which T.E. Brown did not like, which I'm quite confused about, because he was vice president of King William's College, for instance. So he is mixing in quite a high-end circle. However, this sort of multi-layered society in Castletown, he described it, he said, Castletown has more layers than a Portuguese onion.
Right.
Why a Portuguese onion? There was obviously Portuguese onions at the time.
Well,
but
there you are.
That was as...
Well, that's a terrible thing to say about Castletown. I thought you were going to say that T. Brown was complaining that there was nowhere to park in Castletown, but no, it's about Portuguese onions.
Portuguese onions, more layers than the Portuguese onion. And then to go over to Thomas Shimon, also known as Tom the Dipper, in his poem called The Happy Marriage of the Prince of Wales, he starts off his poem by saying, "But the despised metropolis, I call it Castletown." It's a bit strong, that, isn't it? The despised metropolis. So, there we go. Thanks, Mr. Dipper. Well, Thomas Shimon there.
Sometimes the truth hurts, but time for some music.
The Isle of Man explained in under a minute. Manx Radio on TikTok.
We are a rock revolving around a golden sun. We are a billion children rolled into one. So when I hear about the hole in the sky, salt water wells in my we climb the highest mountain, we'll make the desert bloom. We're so ingenious we can walk on the moon. But when I hear of how the forests have died, salt water wells in my eyes. I have lived for love, but now that's not enough, for the world I love is dying, and now I'm crying, and time is not a friend, no friend of mine. Friends, we're out of time, and it's slowly passing by, right before our eyes. We like the deepest oceans, send photographs of Mars. We're so enchanted by how clever we are. Why should one baby feel so hungry she cried? Salt water wells in my eyes.
saltwater wells in my And that was Julian Lennon with Salt Water, which seems appropriate, bearing in mind we were talking about tidal mills. Well,
very nice.
It's now time for this fella.
The Nation Station, Manx Radio.
Station Nation Radio Vernon.
Well, that was the one I was expecting, not the other, but we got them both. Well, be a bodglach the liu fast Jew, be a chirum son chud smoo och fully the jig frassen in a rish, be a chirum as grianach merach, lesh gia nya meanach, son chud smoo, bodglach och chirum son chud smoo jemert.
It will remain dry. Well, saying it's going to remain dry. Maybe the odd chance of a localised shower tonight, and light and variable winds with the top temperature 18 degrees. Dry and sunny tomorrow with mainly moderate easterly winds, the top temperature 19 and 20. Generally cloudy and mainly dry on Tuesday, then a risk of rain overnight before it freshens up over Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. And sunset tonight 8:32. Eek.
Eek, indeed. Well, Robert is asking for the translation, which I gave in the first hour, so apologies for that. Maybe Robert was thinking that because of the previous form, that's the sort of time he would have to wait, but he was wrong, if that's what he thought. So apologies for that, Robert, but if you can listen again, on the Listen Again feature, or you can hang on till probably about tomorrow dinner time when I'll have the podcast ready for you to listen to it. Right, that's also our cue for a Manx track, and we're going to hear from Smoniacht Mai.
Galas Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
Smoniacht Mai, that's nearly as good as Curj and Kujak, isn't it?
Well, we took inspiration from you.
Actually, that wasn't quite that wasn't what I meant to play. Actually, I know what we'll do. Appalachian tune of the day.
Oh, we're going to jump to that, are
Yes,
we? Right.
why not?
Shall I introduce this?
Yes.
It's from a CD, quite a rare one as well, called Cotton Blossom, and it's 19th century banjo tunes, clawhammer style, by Mr. R.D. Lunsford. And we're going to listen to a track, banjo tune called Last Chance. And this is not your last chance to hear Appalachian tune of the day, because there'll be a podcast and you can play it back tomorrow.
It doesn't seem to be working, does it? Why is it not working for me? No. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh,
I'm
dear.
not having much luck, am I?
No.
Oh, dear.
I better grab that dulcimer in a moment then.
Doesn't seem to want to work for some reason. Why is it not working?
It's not spinning round.
No, there's something. You just... Well, yes. Let's go for option 3. That's not to say that this isn't a fine option. It's a great
We'll
option.
come back to that disc and see if it's working.
Yeah.
Right, get the dulcimer out. So last weekend I did a gig down at the Peel Centenary Centre, the Athol Room, supporting these two Liverpudlian artists who are separate acts, but it was great. And what I was doing was a brief history of the American protest song, which is it's got a great deal of credence to it. So I'm going to play a tune which is becoming very topical at the moment, and I've heard it being played a lot more. It's by Woody Guthrie, and it's called I Ain't Got No Home in This World, and it's also got the other working title of Old Man Trump. Oh yeah, it's about the president's father, and it was written in 1950. He was a bit of a character, this one, and not in a very good way either. So I ain't got no home, I'm just a rambling round, a wandering worker. I go from town to town, and police make it hard wherever I may go. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. My brothers and my sisters are scattered on this road. It's a hard and dusty road that many feet have trod. The landlord raised my rent and he locked me from my door. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. I worked all my life, and money isn't the store. The money that I made went into the banker's store. My lover took the bullet and died upon the floor. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Beach Haven ain't my home, I just can't pay the rent. My money's down the drain and my soul is badly bent. Beach Haven is a haven where only white folks go. No, 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 old man Trump, Beach Haven ain't my home. No, 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 old man Trump, Beach Haven ain't my home. As I look around, it's mighty plain to see that the world is a wicked place and a funny place to be. The gambler man is rich and the working man is poor. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore.
Well, that was lovely.
Woody
very,
Guthrie
very
from
good.
1950.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, I think I've worked out about the Appalachian tune of the day.
Is it going to work?
I think it might now. Yes, we'll do a double header. We'll have Woody Guthrie, a.k.a. David Kenler, and now we'll go... Tell us again about the Appalachian tune of the day.
It's called Last Chance, and it's played by R.D. Lunsford from a CD called Cotton Blossom, 19th Century Banjo Tunes, clawhammer style.
Let's see whether it works.
Let's hope so.
It's not showing much sign at the moment.
Truth.
I wonder why.
Oh dear.
Well, it seems to be playing. Why is it not? Why am I not hearing it then? Right. Well, we'll have to try again another time.
Right.
With that, what else are we going to talk about?
Well, interesting enough, Mr. R.D. Lunsford, who we are not listening to at the moment, was also a journalist. And I bet you this was a riveting read. He was a journalist for the Banjo newsletter, which I certainly subscribed to that back in the day if it was still available. But there we go. So wonderful. And going back to Woody Guthrie, what I was talking about with the my gig that I was doing last week, I was also doing Pete Seeger, and the people who Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie were inspired by was particularly Joe Hill and the International Workers of the World and the union songs that they used to write. And so Pete and Woody were inspired by those sort of roundabout World War I sort of compositions. And of course, later on in the 60s, the people who were inspired by Woody and Pete Seeger went on to have the folk revival of the 1960s. People like Bob Dylan and, of course, Arlo Guthrie, Woody's son, etc. And the plethora of incredible musicians that came from the folk revival, such as Joan Baez and all, and people like that, people who've been listening to on this programme, is really quite extraordinary. So that was my my take on it. Went all the way back to 1911, 1913 and 1915. Those are the first three songs that I did for the Joe Hill last week. So it's a wonderful, wonderful story.
Well, I've worked out what the problem was. I had the wrong fader up. Right, let's try Appalachian tune of the day.
Here we go.
3.
Take 3.
And that was
Appalachian tune of the day, and that was called Last Chance, which, as I say, the podcast will be here tomorrow, so you get another chance to hear it tomorrow.
You will, and then you can listen to it every night.
19th century banjo tunes. I listen to all these CDs before I choose one for Appalachian tune. The reason I chose that one is because it's really quite audible, the African influence on the right hand. You know, if you just switch the wireless on now, you'd probably recognise it as a banjo, but if you had to guess what country it was from, you'd probably say West Africa. And also there's something about it, some of the sort of Mongolian and sort of tunes that we play on this show, I find them very, very similar. Because effectively, even though it's a 5-string instrument, they're only actually playing 2 strings at once, because it's doing a clawhammer style, which is very similar to those Mongolian instruments, because they only have 2 strings as well. So I just find it marvellous.
I don't know about tradition. It's told that we used to have 3-string fiddles in the Isle of Man. One of the strings was a tune string, and the other 2 were drone strings. I'd love to know a bit more about how that might have been tuned.
That's interesting.
But, maybe I should actually do a bit of research.
Because quite often with on the Celtic Isles, and this goes over to Appalachia as well, but particularly in Scotland, they will tune like EA instead of EADG, so they get that constant drone. And sometimes I do that with the bouzouki as well. When I first got my Greek bouzouki, it was tuned to EA just for playing Manx folk music, and you get the particularly funny drone out of it, and it's exceptional. I've never heard of the 3-stringed fiddle before. I'd love to know if anyone knows anything more about that. Please get in touch with me. I'd love to know the history of that.
I'm not even sure where the reference is, but there's a gentleman in the other studio. I don't suppose he'd be listening to us.
No.
But Bobby Barber's in, and raring to go with Gullas Gaccan, not Gullas Gaccan, go after Gullas Gaccan with Claire na Gael. And I'm sure he would know, but I'll ask herself, because herself is a font of all knowledge on such matters. But yes, I know I've seen the reference somewhere.
Oh, absolutely fascinating.
Three-stringed fiddles, because it's one of the reasons when I play the fiddle, I love to get lots of drones in, and I'm smacking away on the strings with the bow.
When I've had a fiddle on the fiddle, I do like to play the melody on the A string and drone the D string. It's quite. And when you do those slides up, next thing you know, you're playing Appalachian folk music.
Well, there you are.
Or even Mongolian.
Yeah.
It's
so
it's a small world.
Yeah, and you had your gig the other. When was it?
It was a week yesterday.
A week yesterday.
Yeah. So, the Peel Centenary Centre. As I say, it was a brief introduction to the American protest song, which started with Joe Hill and the International Workers of the World and on all their compositions, which then inspired people like Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie, and the people that they inspired went on to be the folk revivalists of the 60s, Bob Dylan, and right the way through into Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young, and the plethora and branches of amazing music that all came out of it. So I do have trouble with them being called protest songs. Surely it's just a difference of opinion.
Yeah,
it makes it sound like they're being a bit awkward.
Yeah.
But,
yes, I suppose it's a bit more revolutionary and radical sounding when it's protest song as opposed to a slightly different opinion song.
Yes, indeed, yeah. So from the folk revival of the 60s, of course, that was mirrored over in the British Isles. There was a great revivalism going on in the 60s, particularly for English folk music and Irish as well. You're getting bands like the Dubliners who just become global. And, Dublin pub singing became, the norm. And from that, you get people like the Pogues and all sorts.
Indeed. And
and
of course,
Thin Lizzy before. I'm sure they had something to do with the Dubliners, surely.
Yes, they must have. Well, he had a beard. Didn't he have a beard? I think
he did have a beard,
yes. And what was the other thing I was going to say? I can't remember now. I know what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to... yes. Anyway, do you talk amongst yourselves? Let's see what's happening.
So from that, all these folk revivalists, some huge bands came out of it, and right through Scotland as well, like some absolutely marvellous. And it all goes back to the very beginning of the century and the songs of unions. And it's wonderful, wonderful. So Joe Hill, he was described as a labour activist, poet and songwriter, which these days you just get called an influencer, don't you? So,
well, you do. An influencer doesn't sound anywhere near as exciting
as radical or
a radical
inviting.
protester.
Not at all.
But yeah, and of course the song we heard earlier from Barul, Fair Tamag Duch, could well be described as a protest song, as it talks about greedy fellas from under a bush going around the island doing greedy things.
Well, in another set of protest songs that I like to do, because I like to do all the history of them, I also include the British Isles in there, but this was just an Americana night. So in the British Isles ones, I include songs by myself, my good friend Doug, and Greg Jockin as well, and the Mollig Band. So we have our local protest songs as well, so which I like, which is a nice thing to do, because we like a good protest, don't we?
Well, we do like a good protest. Now, I think we'll have a listen to George Harrison next. I don't think, is he a Manx Harrison? Have we had this conversation?
Yeah, so his great-great-grandmother or something like that lived up by the Kringle or sort of North Arbury and was a native Manx speaker.
Well, let's have a listen,
yes.
shall we?
Galas Gaccan, brought to you by the Gaelic Broadcasting Committee.
see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I really want to know you, really want to go with you, really want to show you, Lord, that it won't take long, my sweet Lord, my Lord, my sweet Lord. Really want to see you, really want to see you, really want to see you, Lord, really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I really want to know you, really want to go with you, really want to show you, Lord, that it won't take long, my Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord.
And that was George Harrison. George Harrison with My Sweet Lord. Well, that's almost us for
But that competition.
the show. But yes, the competition, and we had two entrants. We had Rob M and Pat B, and they both had the answer to the question, which was
Who, ornithologically, what bird is John Doe or Juan Teayst?
Taste.
And of course, the answer is the the answer is the jackdaw.
Well, if the answer is the blackbird, then I'm afraid we have no winners. But yes, jackdaw, and we have two successful.
So we've got
answers.
Rob and
Pat.
So
if I ask you to give me a number between
I'm going to do
0
it.
and 3, not including 3 or
I'm going
naught.
to toss a coin, actually.
Yeah.
So if it's heads, it's Rob. If it's tails, it's Pat. And here we go.
Okay.
It is heads. Well done,
Heads.
Rob.
So Rob is the winner. Rob M is the winner of pickled beetroot, some excellent summer fruits jam,
And a jar of honey.
And a jar of
Local honey.
Ah,
So, of course, to go back to the jackdaw, it is in Latin Corvus monodola. So, Corvus is the genus, like a corvid, and monodola relates to the early Greek of moneta, which basically means money, shiny things, etc. Because they are quite inquisitive and lovely things, jackdaws.
I'm just noticing that we're way over time now, so let's... oh gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I know what. Let's just keep talking, and I will get rid of that. So we won't have a piece of music. We'll go straight into the advert. I was so much enjoying our conversation there that I forgot that we had a song to play. So... Yes.
So we got a rollover now. So Rob, if you want to come up to the studio, I guess, and press the button that says prizes at reception, I suppose that's the way to go, isn't it?
Well, yes.
Well, otherwise, we're going to have another rollover, and let's face it, I won't be back on this show till about another 2-3 weeks, I think.
Might be some blackberry jam to add.
I was going to say I'm going to have about 50 jars.
Yeah, there's lots of blackies
one for every
about.
week of the year coming up.
Yes, well, and smare, of course, is the word for blackberries in Gaelg, and jingen is the word for jam.
Right.
So jingen, and meal is the word for honey.
Okay.
I'm not sure about pickled beetroot. Beetus, I think, is beetroot, and what would pickled be? Beetus, I'm not sure what the word for pickled might be. I'd have to look that one up.
Well, blackberries is rubus fruticosus, I remember, in Latin.
Marvellous.
So I do like a bit of Latin as well. What makes this programme so special, because at times we delve into trilingual programme,
we're
don't we?
all over the place. We are.
Multicultural,
in more ways
trilingual.
than one. Guramayu son Chitstiaker and Claire, thanks for coming in. As Guramayu son Geistjak, Rish Gullas Gaccan.
God, am I, Himu.